Good morning. Welcome to Storytime at Eckhart Public Library. My name is Karen, and we are going to be learning today about the letter E and about engineers. Not the kind that drive trains, those are engineers too, but these are the kind of engineers who design things and help build things. So let's start with our welcome song. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. So here is our letter E. Big E, or E. It makes both sounds. And little e, and it says or E. And in engineer, you get both of them. So we'll come back to the letter E in a little bit. How about we sing the more we read together? The more we read together, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. We'll read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. So what do you know about engineering? Do you know anything? I bet you know more than you think you do. Have you ever built something with blocks or Legos or boxes? If you built something and you figured out how to make it all go together, that's engineering. Engineers figure out the directions for something. Sometimes they use math, sometimes they use science, but whenever you figure out how to put something together or design something like that, that is engineering. It's the way that we create and we build buildings, how we build things like the microphone or the camera that are helping you see Storytime today. Engineers solve problems with their inventions. First, they ask a question. What do we need to do? Then they learn all they can about the problem that needs fixed. And they use their imaginations. That's the great thing about engineers. They get to dream up ways to make something different or better or new. Then they make a plan using one of the ideas and they try it. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And then they have to go back and go through it all over again. That's what an engineer does. So we are going to have a little bit of a story time here with some different kinds of engineers. And their project is to build a bridge. 5 engineers planning a big bridge. One, who's a hydraulic engineer, plans how to cross the river. And then there were 4 engineers planning a big bridge. One measures how much steel. And then there were 3 engineers planning a big bridge. One plans out all the lights. He's an electrical engineer. And then there are 2 engineers planning a big bridge. One plans out how much concrete to put the road over the bridge. And then there was one engineer, an automotive engineer, planning the electric car that's going to drive across the bridge. No engineers, because they've already built the bridge. Come back, automotive engineer. Come back. civil engineer. Come back, electrical engineer. Come back, structural engineer. Come back, hydraulic engineer. Sometimes engineers get to design something that helps a person, or in this case, a dog, do something they couldn't do on their own. This is a story about Derby, who was a dog, called Derby and His New Front Legs. And if you look at the picture of Derby, you can see that he has very, very small front legs. This is a story about a dog named Derby. He was born with front legs that were much too small to walk on. Derby learned to crawl as a puppy, but he couldn't really walk. He lived at an animal shelter that wanted to help him, but they weren't sure how to do it. A woman named Tara became Derby's human foster mom, and she worked at a company that designs products made with 3D printers. She worked with some engineers named Kevin and Derek, and one day at work she asked them if they could help her design plastic legs to help Derby learn how to walk. And there you can see what the legs looked like when they were on the 3D printer. The engineers used a 3D printer to design low legs that could help Derby learn to stand up on all 4 feet. See? There's a place right there for his elbow on his front leg, and there's a little leg right underneath it, because he had never stood on 4 feet before. So first, they gave him low legs that helped him learn to stand up. It took a while to get used to doing that. Once he could stand up, the engineers designed front legs that Derby could walk and run on. He's got a taller leg there, and you can see he's running. Once Derby got used to his low legs, it was time to make legs that were as tall as his back legs. And that's what they looked like when they were designed by the engineers. And that's what they look like on Derby. They don't look like regular dog legs and feet, but they act like springs so Derby can run. Now Derby knows how to run fast, and his forever family says he likes to run 2 or 3 miles every day. Run, Derby! And there's Derby, looking just like any other happy dog. All right. Will you sing the London? We're gonna sing a tune about London Bridge, but it's not the words that you probably know for London Bridge. It goes like this. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. How can we make it strong, make it strong, make it strong? How can we make it strong and make it safe? We can build it up with wood and clay, wood and clay. Build it up with wood and clay and make it safe. But wood and clay will wash away, wash away, wash away. Wood and clay will wash away. It won't be safe. Build it up with bricks and mortar, brick and mortar, brick and mortar. Build it up with bricks and mortar and make it safe. Bricks and mortar will not stay, will not stay, will not stay. Bricks and mortar will not stay. It won't be safe. Build it up with iron and steel, iron and steel, iron and steel. Build it up with iron and steel and make it safe. I hope you've had fun learning about engineers this morning. So engineers are the people who design things and make things. They can make bridges. They can make legs for a dog who has very small front legs. They can design houses and roads, all sorts of things. And do you remember the letter for engineer? Big E, E for, it could be a long E, or E for engineer. It could be a short E. and little e makes the exact same sounds. So thanks for joining me for story time this morning. Let's say our goodbye song. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. See you next week at story time.